Hi everybody, Nick Monteer, Coldwell Banker Coastal Alliance, and we're at part 4 of our Buyer's Consultation series, and this is actually one of my favorite parts, and this is the Residential Purchase Agreement, a part of your presentation. Remember, we have to give buyers the roadmap, and in our agenda portion of this, we already said we're going to be giving ourselves a little bit of a credibility piece in here, right? Especially if you're brand new in the industry, this is the best way you can build credibility with your buyer, and that's going over this lovely, I think it's now 15 pages with the disclosures and everything in here. And I highlight a few portions of this, and this comes in with my buyer's packet that I actually give to the buyer at my consultation. And really all you want to do throughout this agreement is highlight the big 3 paragraphs in the contract. That's your 3I, your 3J, and your 14B. Sounds like gibberish, those are your 3 big pillars in the contract. That's your appraisal contingency. You know, helping people understand that when they buy a home, the minute they get into escrow, they're gonna feel that they overpaid for the house. And everybody laughs and it's funny, but the truth is a buyer always feels that they overpay for their home. It's just part of the mental process of buying a property. As soon as an accepted offer comes in, 5 minutes of excitement, but a glass of wine on the couch that night, they'll have a conversation about feeling like they overpaid. Their back door for that piece of information is the appraisal contingency in the contract. Helping them understand there's a neutral third party that's going out and giving their opinion of value. And keep in mind that you as the realtor should have provided them comparable properties ahead of time so they understood what price they were writing at and it was justified by you ahead of time even before they had their offer accepted. The second part of this is your loan contingency. Now, my favorite line that I love to tell people is I'm only as good as you and your lender allow me to be. And this is where I talk about, you know, have you shopped around for a lender? You know, keep in mind, buyers can shop around for a lender. Don't quote me on this, but it should be a 30-day window in which people can shop around without getting a huge ding on their credit. Keep in mind that as realtors, the reason why we stress a good lender is because we don't want to just open escrow, we want to close escrow, right? And it's not about being money hungry or greedy or whatnot, but the buyer should be educated that they don't want to waste their time opening an escrow just to go and fall short with a lender that's maybe subpar. And this is something you have to educate them on. The last piece of this is your inspection contingency. Now, this tends to be the biggest focal point for a buyer when they are talking about buying a home. They worry about the condition, you know, if the foundation is bad, plumbing's bad, electrical's bad. There's a lot more that we go into when we investigate a home other than just inspecting the property. We go into title. We look and see, and we're trying to get free and clear title. We look at our NHD report to understand what the environmental hazards and things are that could affect the property, right? We want to make sure the buyer can get insurance. And there's the last piece, which to me is one of the most important, is disclosures. You're going to be getting a transfer disclosure statement most of the time and a seller property questionnaire, which are like a history lesson on the property. These are pieces in your consultation you need to be able to talk to. One thing though, if you go too far, you might have them glaze over. Now, we want a nice lightly glazed donut. We don't want a completely drenched in frosting kind of donut, right? Because we still want them to be conscious and be able to talk to us. A lot of agents believe that they should go completely through this line by line by line with their buyer. You will lose them if you go through your whole purchase agreement. So that's why I tell my agents, just stick to the 3 contingencies, maybe a little bit on our agency disclosure to understand the relationship that's taking place, and that's it. Keep it simple. Hi everyone, if you liked what you saw today and you want to see more videos like this or any feedback for us that you have, feel free to comment or like or share the video with people who could use this information. Remember, my favorite thing to do is to train and coach agents as the Executive Training Director for Coldwell Banker Coastal Alliance. I will see you next time.